Welcome to another part of Tony Hawk Underground 2 on GBA. This time I'm doing Barcelona, because that's how the levels will lay out here. Now, let's go to the text messages here and such. Bob is not yet eliminated because he hasn't gotten his nuts shot at yet and all of that. For some reason, even though they are continuing on from the whole fucking order of things, the actual actions that's supposed to happen only really happen on the next level for some reason. So, yeah, Bob's still here with us, but we can't actually play as Bob yet. I mean, we're not going to play as him at all, really, but he is here to give us objectives at least. And, hey, the skate letters now. And this is where the skate letters and such become a bit of a problem, because it's not obvious nor easy to figure out where shit is. So you kind of want to, you know, be meticulous in a sense when you're layering this shit out, so that the player doesn't get fucking lost and knows where the hell to go. Which, it didn't happen for me in this entire level, really, when it came to these skate letters. And when it came to another thing that is even worse than the skate letters. Skate letters, you know, there's like 5 things you gotta find. This other thing that this level has is like a shit ton of things, and you have to really look for this shit. And it's just, it becomes a problem from there on out. But as you just saw, I got the T. Now, where is the E? Well, the way it's all laid out, it doesn't make much sense to me, honestly. It's kind of shitty. But at the very least, I can go ahead and show you some stuff like the bunkers grind hop there. You know, get some more of the gaps around here, as well as looking around the entire level itself, really. Which, every level is not that big, honestly. It's, you know, fairly sized, I guess. Also, the computer decided to freeze up again there for me. But, yeah, for the most part, it's fine. It's just, the goals themselves are not that well made for them, but we'll worry about them when we get into the later levels. Right now, though, there are only 2 levels that are actually a major issue, and the first one is skate letters, which, as you can see, I can't find the E. I've been looking around a good chunk of the level, and the E is nowhere in sight. I'm even going back to where I got that T, and I can't find the E there. Where is it then? Well, it just so happens to be, hang on, let me get some gaps, like the DOS bunkers, and also this bind transfer here for the Risa Carissa, and also these 2 grinds here for the Muy Bueno. The E is right here. You have to go to this ramp there, and there you go. It's not really connected to the other ones, though, is it? You really have to look around for that one. That's going to be an issue for a lot of these. Also, that lizard spawn you saw there, keep note of it, because it'll be important for us, because that said 1. Anyway, we're now on the scooter again, and we have to go ahead and run over some pedestrians, because of course we do. There are 3 tourists, we have to go ahead and just drive into them. The first 2 are in a line here. The last one, not so much. We'll have to look for this last one. But these first 2 are easy enough. But after that, you have to go downward in order to get over to this area to find the last tourist just right by the benches here. And there you go, Diesel Scooter 1, Tourist 0. After that, we now have to go ahead and just, you know, do a bit of grinding going on. There's a pool here which I'm now grinding on, but if we jump from this pool over to this other pool area over here, we get Pool Party. There you go. And also, grind this entire Buoy area here in order to get the Buoy line. The Buoy line, I mean. Yeah, don't make that big mistake. I know a lot of kids call it Buoy. Anyway, Costin's here to say that, you know, Sparrow is being a fuckhead, you know. Of course he is. He ain't ever having any kids, though. Chad's gonna go single forever. No kids. Anyway, let's hit the spot here to get a gap. This gap being the train delayed gap. And there you go. The other side does not give you anything, by the way. But after that, we are then going to go ahead and to Costin again in order to get 30,000 points in the waterfront area. Just anywhere on these planks here will do fine. The best spot is the pool, obviously, so we're going to the pool to take care of that. And, yeah, for the most part, again, these goals are pretty easy. They're not going to be a big problem here in story mode. However, there is an issue that is coming up for us, honestly, with how these goals are all sorted out, in that it's like they're all in, like, small parts. We all have to do, like, one small specific thing, and that's it. And it can be done in, like, seconds. Also, Que Pasa Aaron J. And there's also this grind here of this plank, for some reason. You grind the whole thing here, and you end up getting the Chiquito grind. You also roll right up there and grind that fence there for Barro Verde. And you grind this entire rail here, from one end to the other, and end up getting the no diving gap as well. And also find out to the spot here in order to get the Albercas transfer. And then I'm going to go ahead and grind this red rail here, if I don't fall in the water. No bail message there falling in water this time. But go over here, grind the whole thing, get the waterfront rail from there. Don't worry, you'll land fine on that ramp there. Back to this guy, now to get 10,000 points on his vehicle, the scooter. And you can't manual, so you have to find grinds and shit to do this shit. Remember, you also can't do special tricks in this game, which, by the way, special tricks do not glitch up in this game, so unfortunately we can't use special grinds on the scooter. However, we do have this pull here, and we will need this pull because otherwise this is kind of almost impossible in a sense, because you don't get many points out of this fucking thing. And there you go. And with that, the scooter's not a toy. I don't care, because we're done with you now. Because now we have Steve-O here, who wants us to get a 10,000 point tantrum. So, get about 20,000 points, then bail, and then do the tantrum thing, and you get your 10,000. Remember, it always goes by half of what score you bailed on. So, 20,000 will give you a 10,000 point tantrum. Considering how easy it is to get points, shouldn't be an issue here. And there you go. So, after taking care of that bail there, we're now going to go ahead and just go down here to talk to this guy, Tony, who pissed off Wingman somehow because he put the letters higher up than him. They're right by ground level, though. That's really mean. That's really fucking mean. I know that there's a lot of jokes against Wingman on the whole shorty thing, and he doesn't get fazed by it that much, but that's a mean one there, honestly. We didn't hit him in the shin, though, so it's fine, I guess. So good job finding the combo letters, because that was easy. After that, I'm going to go ahead and get some gats, which is the trash cans. Trash can 4 and trash can 2 will be taken care of. Also grind this entire line here in order to get the Viva Barcelona. And then go ahead and talk to, Wingman here, because he wants us to play another game of the Pedestrian tennis ball thing, for 5 rounds this time instead of 2. So, you already get the gist of how this works, but now you have to do it for 5 rounds. And, it goes on for a while, because you start with 100 points, and you only get people that are like, 5, 10... maybe 25 to get the, I guess, the delivery person or whatever, the mailman. And 5 for every time you get these refill boxes. So, yeah, this is an easy one to start off with. But after that, we then get into the 200 points. Which, same people. Eventually, though, it will start giving us new people. It will start giving us new targets. It's just right now, it's going to be a lot of the same shit. Like, right in front of us. Oh, and don't worry, holding the shoot button will come into play. Just not right now. Not for a while. So yeah, this is the entire thing. And what the game gives you is randomized, so if you're unlucky, you might not get any of these mailmen. But if you're very lucky, you can get a shit ton of these mailmen, which you can get 25 points off a lot. And if you get about 4 mailmen in a row, good job. You're able to essentially nail yourself like an easy round. Anyway, we now have roller skaters, the inliners, and they're 15 points. Around this time, there'll be one more person coming in for giving you about 45 points. And that's it. So, Wingman, here you go. And, there you go. Kicking Tony in the shin and watching us shoot some tennis balls, it's been a pretty good day for Wingman. Anyway, now I'm going to go ahead and talk to Bob here, because he is the one for team challenges now. And all he wants us to do is go to the top of that ramp and land on the grind on that spine of that lizard's back. So do the lizard grind, essentially. But from up there instead of just grinding the lizard. Now, there is a bit of awkwardness of this grind because it does veer you up a little bit at the end. And the problem is, you have to then veer yourself a bit more down. Otherwise, you're going to bail because you're a bit more veered up for you to land normally. But other than that, it's a really easy team challenge. Just take care of these 2 grinds here, and you'll get the lizard hop, and that's it. So you gotta land it a bit better. So, yeah, that's the goal, really. So far, not a big issue, huh? I mean, the skate letters were a bit shitty, but after that, everything else has been pretty easy. And after doing the team challenge there and nailing the lizard, we now have to change to a pro. Because now we have to go ahead and do shit with the pro. And in our pro list, we no longer have Bob. I'm going to go ahead and choose the next one down below me, which is Rodney Mullen. And Rodney, again, these pros have lesser stats than I do, so they're all going to suck compared to me. But at the very least, we can go ahead and take care of this challenge right now as Rodney, because he is fine, I guess. I don't think the pro stats are even that much different. I feel like they're all evened out in a sense on all their stats. Like they're in the middle for the most part. So they're not going to be that much different. And you can't increase their stats at all. So unfortunately, we're going to have to just deal with what we got. We can increase our stats, but not theirs. And after doing that, that was it. That was Barcelona. We still had some fucking challenges around for the rookie, because we saw Sparrow there. But, yeah, now we have the swap, which means I'm being traded to Bam's team, which is happening. But, yeah, unfortunately, you know, they got a bit more points than us, I guess. And they'll beat Bam's team and get us back into Tony's team. Sparrow's always messing with me, because Sparrow is still, you know, being a dick. I'm not too sure if he is, you know, going to be related to Fug 1 still here, but it's kind of acting that way. Because we only just started, but he's acting like Sparrow's been messing with us for a long time. Anyway, unfortunately, you know, we're not done yet. We still have more team challenges, and we still have the pro challenges, and we still have Sparrow to deal with. So I'm going to have to go ahead and deal with all that shit. So Barcelona is not done yet. In fact, Bob here wants us to know how to Nana spin. By that, he means he wants us to do a trash can spin. And this trash can here is number 1. If I can fucking Nana spin it. No, number 3. I got it wrong. Number 1 just so happens to be way down below. But now I gotta be a pro in order to take care of that one. So, let's just go ahead, change. Tells us to not spin that one again, but I'm not gonna spin that trash can. I'm gonna spin the one that I haven't done yet, which is right down here, right by the benches. And there's Bam, by the way. So now I spin this one right here, if it can let me. And there you go, number 1. That's all 4 trash cans. Good and dizzy, Bob says, even though you're supposed to be in the hospital if your nuts blown out. Anyway, here's Sparrow here, who, you know, wants us to go ahead and, you know, take care of some sketching. Because, of course. And I'm a jump cut because it took me a while to get the sketching happening because, again, the button and the way it works is all fucked up. As you can see, I'm kind of spamming the buttons in order to get the sketching happen, and I just make it before it reaches the spot where I get pushed back. See? So there you go. And Paulie ran over Sparrow's toes when he asked for the chair. Of course he did. Of course Sparrow sucks that much in this game. Now he wants us to manual all the way down this lizard ramp, which is very easy because I can do it immediately. See? Lizard ramp. Sparrow even gets in my fucking case doing it that fast. Piece of shit. Anyway, here's this guy who will only let me do his challenge if I have Rodney Mullen. So a specific pro, instead of just being a pro challenge, I have to be a specific pro to actually do that one. And also I need Xindictive, myself, my newbie, my rookie, in order to do a challenge that requires no pros. So now I gotta do the lizard grind again, except this time on the pool, not the lizard itself. So I gotta grind the lizard pool. So let's just go ahead and grind the whole thing. There you go, lizard pool. Easy. Now I gotta go ahead and grab Rodney Mullen or take care of the others one, which, he says the same thing almost on both of these. So yeah, very easy shit, honestly. I don't know how much with that one, but I did, deal with it, I guess. Let's just grind this already. There you go. The other side works too. And with that, we did it. Nice fountain grinds. And now I'm going to go ahead and do the goal that is specific to Rodney here, because it's his special trick, the Hilltop dock slide. So, there are rarely any goals that require me to do a special trick over something. And for Rodney, it's a grind. It's not a manual, but it is the dock slide, which is a hill flip dock slide, onto this gap here for fountain grind. Even though we don't have to do the fountain grind at all, it just wants us to do the special trick itself. But there you go. Close to the guy again, though, and he'll then want you to do a fucking dock slide, pretty much down this spot. I mean, a blunt slide. Wants to see ya blunt slide down this fucking spot for that gap we just did. So, do it. It has to be the blunt slide, though. It can't be nose blunt slide. Make sure about that. Get the fountain grind with it, and you're good to go. Thanks, Tagger. And after that, Phil here wants me to go ahead and get a 50,000, score anywhere. Get it out of the way. Pretty easy, honestly. I tantrumed. You can pretty much still beat these with a fucking tantrum. Just get 100,000 points in a combo, bail, get the tantrum, and you basically do what Phil wants you to do. By the way, if you want to get that combo number really risen up, just keep abusing the pivot shit with the R button. And there you go. Sweet score. Now, as this person right here, the tourist, who wants me to take care of something because he couldn't go to the circus, but he wants to see a fire act. So we have to go around and get a 40,000 point score while on fire. It's not a combo yet. We can still get it without doing a combo, but still. Have to do it while on fire, which doesn't really do anything. It's still just for show. And after taking care of all the bullshit here, we will then take care of this big score. Which isn't that big, really. We're fire retardant. Yeah, fuck the circus. And Bam's right down here, so might as well have to talk to him in order to take care of the next challenge, which is grind the buoy. That's it. You grind the buoy gap, and that's all you do. That was a long camera. So, fucked it, but don't worry, I'll just go ahead and, take care of the buoy here. There's also a guy here. I talked to him as well. Or her. We can't really tell what their genders are. They all look just like the same guy. There you go, buoy line. And with that out of the way, we can then go ahead and talk to Paulie here because we got the no skate signs around still. They're international, and we gotta sticker slap them. There are 3 of them. We didn't sticker slap a lot of the ones back in Boston, but now we have to here in Barcelona. So, there's the issue of actually pulling it off. The best way of doing it is to hold the button, not tap it. Otherwise, you do the run out thing like I did there. But I didn't know about that until way later, so unfortunately, I just keep fucking it up. But anyway, here's all 3 of them. Take care of them. And with that, Muy bueno, amigo. We can now escape peacefully. And Bam's here to tell us to go ahead and take care of 4 spine transfers. Remember that fucking spine transfer gap I showed you before, very beginning of this part? Told you to take note on it? Well, now we gotta go ahead and do that, as well as the other 3 of its kind. So yeah, it's pretty much that goal requiring us to do those 3 spine transfer gaps, but in this case, there are 4 of them, and they're all pretty much exactly the same. The problem is, if you try to transfer from the top to the bottom, the game glitches out, and it just doesn't go all the way through, so you end up bailing on the other ramp on the other side. You have to do it backwards, because, you have to go from, from back to the fucking top. If you do it from the top to the bottom, you'll bail, unfortunately. And with that, we have taken care of those gaps as well as taken care of the goal. And Phil's here, so might as well talk to him, shall we? Hell, good work that time. So, there's street art around here. Gotta add some color to this place by tagging some places. There are 3 places to tag, so, get off your board and tag them. Which I'm gonna do right about now. God damn it, I keep fucking up the movement the way it works, because it's so awkward. So yeah, just go ahead and tag these spots. Tag all 3 of them, you're good to go. We do have some new tags too, so that's nice. And, it's annoying to hear that sound a lot when I'm running around, but at least it's not the music droning in my ear 24/7, so I can get back on my board afterwards, so luckily that's all out of the way. Now it's time for a point combo, but we have to land on a focus. So once we get about a good enough score, activate focus, and then land it. And there you go. Done. So yeah, the slow-mo effect I don't really want that much, but it is extremely abusable and useful, so. And now comes the other goal that's a problem. We don't have a clown car, but we do have the shopping cart. We now have to go ahead and do a race in the shopping cart. And there are markers around. Problem. The game does not direct you to where the markers are. There is no arrow. So you have to fucking guess where it goes. And the problem is, the markers are also kind of weird. You'll see why when we redo this goal, because guess what? It's a rare occurrence where I actually fail a goal. Because we are timed for this one. I know. That fucking sucks. You know what else sucks? I can't tell where the markers are. Can you tell where all the markers are? Can you tell where the next one is? Because it was right there. Oh, it's right here now. How are you supposed to know that? Well, we took care of that, but wait, where's the marker now? I went upwards, so I'll take care of that. Well, you don't go that way at all. You don't go up, you go down now. It's like they want you to go in at a certain line, but the line is not clear at all. They don't make it clear at all. They don't do any effort to make it clear. And because of that, you're just kind of lost the entire time. And yeah, after that marker, I went down. I'm like, okay, I get to this wall here. Now where is it? Is it around here in this area? No. It's to the right. You don't go down the ramp. You actually go across the ramp, right off its edge, and then you move on forward from there. None of it's obvious. None of it's obvious, these races, and it's all trial and error on where you're supposed to go with them. And these are the worst goals in this entire game, because they're not fucking clear where you have to go. So, yeah, I ended up failing this one, unfortunately. See? Same message as it was in Fug 1, though, so, meh. Also, you have to be very specific. And even then, I went over it, but didn't count. You have to be, like, exactly where it wants you to be. It's dumb. But yeah, there's the last few. And there you go. That time was being, you know, it was giving me obvious ones. But beforehand, fuck no. Anyway, we're all setting up all the goals now, so that's all 26. Told you it wasn't as big as Boston, with 42 or whatever. But now it's time for the gap checklist. And we've done quite a number of gaps. And I say this because at this point, these gaps become very easy because of the fact that I end up getting less and less gaps to have to worry about. As you can see, I have 5 missing. So, let's go ahead and grab them, shall we? First of all, grind these 2 rails here in order to get the Adelia the cat. After that, grind this entire ramp here from one end to the other in order to get the Techno Grande, the Techo Grande. And, yeah, there you go. After that, grind these 3 ramps here in order to get yourself the Grind Hoppin'. Then manual these 2 stairs to get 2 gaps. The Sur manual and the Norte manual. And lastly, grind this spot here for Muy Facile. And that's it. Told you they were pretty fucking easy. So yeah, the gaps are gonna be a very, very easy breeze in Fug 2. At least compared to fucking Fug 1 GBA and shit. The gaps here are extremely forgiving, so I'm happy about that. And, yeah, that's it for Barcelona. So, yeah, the stats still fucked up. Next time, on Fug 2 GBA, we are heading off over to Berlin. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you all next time.